Gideon, always a pleasure to have you on. What do you make of Netanyahu's statement about the far right saying they're not joining me, they are joining me, excuse me, I'm not joining them?
Time will show, until now Netanyahu showed some kind of weakness, unexplained weakness vis-a-vis the right-wingers, the extreme right-wingers. I'm sure he would love to have another government much more to the center, but he was pushed by the left who banned him for so long. He was pushed to this corner in which he can go only with the ultra-Orthodox and right-wingers. Time will show who will be running the show, who will be the real boss in this government. It's not very clear yet.
Do you think he may have confused his own ideas or his own philosophies about what Israel needs compared with those of his party and what the government needs? Because there is a thought that once he puts this coalition together, that will be the end of all those criminal cases against him.
Yeah, again, it depends on your position. Those who, his critics, are sure that he does everything only in order to break away from court and from jail. Others believe that he has some more motivations than only this one, and it depends on from which position you come to judge him. I still give him the credit that except of doing any possible effort really to get out free from this trial, endless trial, by the way, he has also some ideology which motivates him. I give him the credit that his ideology, even though it's not my ideology, but I think he is an ideological person, and it's not the only thing that is in his mind right now, the trial.
What do you think observers, actually forget observers, citizens of Israel, whether they be Palestinian Israelis or Jewish Israelis, what will they be most concerned about in terms of this coalition and the far right of that coalition pushing Netanyahu to do? What does he need to push back against, the most dangerous things that the far right may propose to him in a coalition?
It will be in few levels. In the legal level, they might go for some legislations which will limit human rights in Israel, which might limit even freedom of speech, of the media, of the press. For sure, the Palestinian citizens will face a new reality in which they will face a tougher police. Itamar Ben-Gvir will be the Minister of National Security, and he will be in charge of the police. I'm sure he will aim it at the minorities, at the Palestinian Israelis. Others who have to be worried are those secular Israelis who don't want to see Israel becoming even more religious than it is. And there are signs that it might happen. On the other hand, we might also see that all the big talkings will end up with the same reality like we had before this government, and that maybe it's more about talkings and less about deeds. Time will show.
Yeah, I mean, the Palestinians regularly say, look, there's no point in talking about the peace process because there is no peace process. So therefore, just finally, in terms of international relations and the geopolitics of Israel's relationship with the outside world, do you think it's going to just be a case of realpolitik and most countries will say, okay, we have what we have, so we continue to do business with Israel as we normally do?
Most of the countries will want to do it. The question is, how extreme will this government be? It might be, if they will really take extreme and radical measures against human rights, against the Palestinians, then the world will be forced to realize that Israel is not this liberal democracy that they know. And this is a source of hope, by the way, for people like me.
I'm sorry, I was just talking. I was about to hand over to our sports presenter and I forgot that my microphone was on. Our wonderful director said, hey, your microphone is on. So you may have been thrown off by me by saying no auto cue. Gideon, you don't need an auto cue. I need an auto cue for my job. Gideon Levy, thank you so much. We look forward to the next time.